Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explore the Sky. Last time, we went through it. We found Celebi. We almost got destroyed by Sableye and Dusknoir and Dialga, but luckily Celebi came in clutch and saved us. Was able to, just a little bit of teleportation here. And we're back. We're back in our world now, in our time slot. But we're trying to stay hidden away a little bit just because of Grovyle, and we understand where he came from, and the reality is, I know Grovyle. I just don't remember because I have amnesia and I suck, but it's fine. But here we are to talk about what we're going to do next. At Riley's old home. I see. This is a hollow chamber in the face of the cliff. Whew. I'm glad no one's wrecked this place. That's proof that a little notice this place attracts. It may be better if we stay here for the time being. Agreed. But Scarlet, I never expected you to be this very same Scarlet. Gravel, can you tell us more about that? Yes, Scarlet and I, we were jointly investigating the planet's paralysis. A Pokemon and a human paired together. Yeah. And Scarlet had, or has, a special ability like no other. We relied on that special ability to investigate the planet's paralysis. And played a vital part. By special ability, you mean the Dimensional Scream, don't you? Exactly. But the Dimensional Scream has a drawback. The Dimensional Scream requires the presence of a trusted Pokemon partner. Without that partner, the ability cannot be triggered. A trusted partner. That's why we work together. The Dimensional Screen is set off by triggers tied to places where the time gears are hidden. We need to find out where the time gears were in the past. We needed the Dimensional Screen to accomplish that. Wait a second. You said that has to be a trusted partner nearby for a Dimensional Scream to work, but the Dimensional Scream was being triggered not long after we met. Your point? Doesn't that show you how much you two trust each other from the start? Or, when you put it like that, it's a little embarrassing. In addition, Scarlet developed amnesia. Upon meeting you, Riley, your partner had someone to turn to. Perhaps Scarlet agreed to trust you very quickly because of that. Oh, there's another thing I don't understand. Is the Dimensional Screen triggered in response to only time gears? Right. The opposite is also true. The Dimensional Screen is not triggered in places that aren't connected to the time gear. Really? That's not how I remember it. Listen, Scarlet, do you remember that time it went off near Drowsy? And during our first exploration? And the other times too. Went to places that seemed to have nothing to do with time gear. But even places like that, the Dimensional Screen was triggered sometimes, wasn't it? Yep, the head shake. The Dimensional Scream was never triggered by places that had no tie to the time gears whatsoever. Well, if that's not true, I don't know why it would work differently here. Perhaps things are just a little bit different in this world. Perhaps the nature of all the Dimensional Screens altered in the past. So, in the future, the Dimensional Scream doesn't work in places that have no connection to time gears. Oh, that explains it. Maybe that's why that time, maybe when we're in the future. Your Dimensional Scream. Use your Dimensional Scream, Scarlet. It's just frozen water. Who knows? You may see something. Oh, I understand. That's true. It's worth a try. Touching that frozen water, it might give us clues about what's happening to us. We can't do all of this. Sableye will catch up to us. Let's do this quickly. Well, Scarlet, can you see anything? That's going to be a strong no. Maybe I couldn't envision anything that time we were in the future because we were in a place that wasn't tied to any time gears. Maybe that's why my Dimensional Scream failed to work. Maybe Grovyle was right about the future and the past being different. Or different enough to make my Dimensional Scream ability work differently. Anyways, like I was saying, we were investigating the planet's paralysis. We used the Dimensional Scream ability to identify the location of the time gears in your world while we were in the future. That's it. Here. A time gear is here. I see. Place the drought stone in Groudon's heart. That lifts the fog. Very well done. Good job, partner. After identifying the locations where the time gears would be in the past, we took the passage of time. That brought us from our world in your future to this world. However, whoa, are you okay? No? Don't let go. Just a little longer. Come on, hang on. No, I can't. Hold on. What? We encountered turbulence while we were traveling through the time. Thus, Scarlet and I became separated. For some reason, Scarlet got amnesia and was turned into a Pokemon. I can only guess that had something to do with our accident while traveling in time. I came from the future. And not just that, I came with a mission to prevent the planet's paralysis. I don't know, it seems so outlandish. It doesn't feel real somehow. So Scarlet, you may not remember any of this, but you were my closest friend. I worried about you when we were separated. I'm glad to see you're safe. Your plans may have changed, and though you have lost your memory, you're still you. None of this alters the fact that you remain my friend. Oh, Scarlet, I'm glad to see you again. Now, we have to decide on our course of action. Like I told you before, I'm going to collect the time gears again. What are you going to do? I'm a little worried about how time stops in a region where time gear is removed. But you're sure that'll only be temporary? That's right, as soon as the time gears are set in place at Temporal Tower, time will be restored to its normal state everywhere. Well then, we'll go too. We'll go with you, Growl. Taking a time gear will badly affect the Pokemon that live in that area, but we have to prevent the planet's paralysis. Okay then, we'll go together. But the hour's late. We're also exhausted from the running we've done. We'll rest up tonight and we'll leave in the morning. Alright. Looks like we got a plan in mind. Riley isn't here. Maybe outside? And we're just snoozing along. Like we have zero cares in the world and we're not about to do any of this. What's the matter? Can't sleep? Yes, just thinking. Thinking about Dusknoir? No, that's not it. Sure, finding out we were being deceived came as a real shock, but hearing a story earlier, Gravel, it really drove it home. What Dusknoir said in the future really was true. It made me realize that Scarlet really did come from the future. I was mulling over things like that. Hey, look, Gravel. Sunlight. It's sunrise. The one thing that we could lose if the planet's paralysis is not prevented. Maybe it's because we were in the future for so long, but I didn't think a sunrise could always feel so renewing. As sun rises, then it sets. We take that for granted, and that's only natural. But things we take for granted, they're really the most essential things, and they're precious. All I've ever known is a future world of darkness. Upon coming to this world and seeing the sun for the first time, it was staggering. Seeing it, straining my resolve to turn history away from a future of darkness. There's only one thing that I wanted to ask of you, Riley. It's about that time in the future, where we were confronted by Dialga. Frankly, we were in a no-win situation. There was no hope. Like I mentioned before, this whole ordeal. This helping came in a pinch, for sure. I mean, it's a little bit hard. We just got thrown 30 things. Groval found out that I'm actually the partner that he had with him, but I used to be a human, amnesia, all that kind of crap. On top of that, then Dialga popped up, and then we're all like, Well, I wonder too. I really don't know. But maybe it's because Scarlet stood by me. Scarlet. Take a look at this. This, what could it be? There's an odd pattern inscribed on it. I've never seen anything like it. This pattern is new to me. This is my relic fragment. It's my personal treasure. I have this dream of one day solving the mystery behind this fragment. But I was such a coward. I couldn't work up the courage to go to the guild and apply as an apprentice. It was then that I met Scarlet. Scarlet. Well, okay. Putting my faith in you, Scarlet. Yes, I totally believe in you, Scarlet. Yes, Scarlet was always there to cheer me up. And I'm not gonna even try to replicate that sound. But we need to be brave. And I need to face up to this. There's no giving up now, Scarlet. It all gave me courage. With Scarlet, I felt like I could overcome any challenge. That's how I came to feel over time. Maybe that's why I was able to keep going without giving up. Alright. I think I understand what you're saying. Yes, Scarlet has a special quality that makes others feel that way. The same way that I cared for Scarlet as a friend. You, Riley, also feel that same way about Scarlet. Maybe a little bit stronger. Scarlet is lucky. She's blessed with a friend like you. Well, it's morning. We should be leaving soon. Yes. Alright, come wake me up, suckers. I need my beauty rest. Alright. It's agreed that we will collect all the time gears. First, we have to decide which time we should target. Let's check the Wonder Map. From here, the underground lake would be the closest, I guess. How about Treasure Forest? That's where I got my first time gear last time. Where's that? Here. It's a little far from here, but there is no one like Yuxi guarding that time gear. Oh, great. If we were to fight someone over a time gear, that would attract attention. But that won't be a concern here, right? Exactly. That's it then. That's where we're going. Onward to Treasure Forest. I highly doubt I'm pronouncing that right, but you know, it's fine. It's all good. It is what it is. This is it. It's the entrance to Treasure Forest. Oh. What is it, Growl? The atmosphere somehow feels different than last time. No, I must be imagining it. We'll go in when you're ready. Alrighty, guys. This was going to be a little bit of a shorter episode just because the last one was extremely long. And, not going to lie, this forest, it has like 20 floors. And I'm not trying to turn this into an hour-long episode. But next time, we're going to go start collecting these time gears. We're probably going to cause some havoc that people will not understand. People are probably going to hate us, but then they're going to love us at the end when we save the entire world. So, yeah. I'll see you guys next time. Alright, bye.